Democrats, pay attention. What are y'all doing? Where is the leadership? Where is the vision? Why aren't you listening to your constituents? It's shameful and embarrassing that Trump was able to win the last election. Yes, Biden should not have been running. Yes, we should have had a real process. But even then, I don't know who was on Kamala Harris's team who told her to keep saying she'd do nothing different than Biden, but that was not a winning message. Did we learn nothing from Clinton? Her entire campaign was basically like, hey, I'm just going to keep doing what Obama was doing, though with a little less swag and a lot more wars. No one wants to hear that your main campaign message is you're just going to leave the country on autopilot. What are you delivering? What are you going to do? How is it going to help folks? And let's be honest, the atrocious way in which Biden helped facilitate a genocide in Gaza also cost them the election. Literally, all Harris had to do was articulate a new way forward, a harder line against Israel, something. But nah, Israel first foreign policy. Dems wonder why they're losing the argument, why they can't connect with voters. Well, it's partially because y'all aren't trying to connect with voters. You have Mamdani with a major upset in New York City, and Dem leadership can't even endorse the man? Really? Why? Because he said that Israel should, I don't know, stop murdering children? Because he's a socialist? Side note, we need a new term. Socialism seems to break people's brains. Democratic socialism isn't any better. I don't know what it is. Maybe progressive capitalism. Yeah, y'all should start saying that you're progressive capitalists. Maybe that will help the establishment out. Anyway, you're losing the argument because Dems have a terrible communication and organizing ecosystem. Look at what the right has been able to accomplish over the last few years. Just look at Turning Point USA as an example. Millions of followers, huge events where politicians, talking heads, and other folks come out to, events on college campuses across the country, podcasters, news sites, media influencers, etc. What's the Dem answer to something like Turning Point USA? Drawing a blank? Yeah, because there isn't one. They're able to tap into young people today in a way that Dems just aren't able to do. Every 4 years, I'm so amazed at all these celebrities that come out of the shadows to help campaign for the Democratic nominee for president. But in between, they're completely AWOL. Where are y'all? A few celebrities, not to mention Democratic billionaires, pooling just some of their resources together should be able to establish a massive ecosystem of communication orgs, advocacy orgs, training orgs, organizing, etc. Where are y'all in between election cycles? That's when the work needs to be done. Not just the 6 months before the election. Now. If Dems can't get their act together, we're in for a world of pain, because clearly Republicans do not care about the rule of law. They do not care about separation of powers. They do not care about separation of church and state. They do not care about your norms. They don't care. They have proven they are willing and able to do pretty much whatever they want, and there isn't a whole lot that the Dems can do while they're in the minority. Dems need to fight back, build the bench, listen to their voters, establish and fund organizations, do the work, and actually deliver. We can't play this middle road status quo BS game anymore. We need to think big, push boundaries, and make things happen. It's not impossible, but I fear with the current leadership, it's highly improbable.